All right, welcome into our next video, and what we're going to talk about here is about some ways that we can kind of spice up our math classroom a little bit. I mentioned earlier how about back in the day that I used to give students just hundreds of problems to do in the Number Power 2 book or the Number Power 3 book, and that was a great way to make them bored and to cause them to leave class. So learned some things since then. Here's some ways that we can help make our math classroom a little bit exciting. A little bit more exciting, a lot more exciting. So let's start with clothesline math. Very easy to do. All we need is a whiteboard and a line going across with a marker, and we need some cards. And so we have these on our website. You can download those, print them off, cut them up, and use those. You could use, there's different card sets. You can use these to practice fractions or decimals or percents or put all three of them together. But they kind of help students see visually exactly where numbers will fall on a number line. So I always start out here with 0. I've got 3, maybe put a number or 2 up there, and have students then work cooperatively to put the numbers up there, help each other out, move numbers as necessary. Great teaching tool. So I've got my 3.25. So let's see, that's going to go after 3, so I can go up to the clothesline and put that there. Let's see, I've got a fraction here of 1/3. Let's see, 1/3. Oh, let's see, I know 1/3 is going to fall between 0 and 3. I'll probably put it fairly close to 0 since that's a small number. So on, we could do this, and we could, if we had equivalent fraction, decimal, percent, we could put all three one on top of the other. So a great way to practice equivalency and see how these particular parts of math fit together. So clothesline, easy to do, great activity. Also, playing cards, very easy to do. These are great especially for teaching integers. And so I like to use the black cards to represent positive and to use the red cards to represent negative. So the 5 here would represent -5. My 10 would represent +10. And we have a number of card games that you can use both for basic math and also for algebra on our website that you can find, and we'd be helping you to find those as well. So when students learn while they're having fun, they're learning, but they're having fun and they don't realize they're learning. So shh, let that be our little secret, or we won't tell them. But using playing cards is also a great way to do something beyond and different from the books. Okay, 2-color counters are another way. Just happen to have a supply here in my pocket. Never know when a math emergency will arise and you need your 2-color counters. Why are they called 2-color counters? Well, because they have one color on one side and another color on the other side. So once again, I could use these to represent positive or negative integers. I've got yellow representing positive. I've got red, once again, representing negative. A lot of times those rules for adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing integers are so confusing for our students. And so if they can actually physically experience that hands-on, it's a whole lot easier to do. So for example, if I had a -2 plus a +1, I could go ahead and put up 2 reds to represent -2 and a yellow to represent +1. And you will need to teach students about the 0 principle, that if you have a -1 and a +1 together, those will represent 0 and cancel each other out. So they can actually physically manipulate these, and if we were adding -2 plus that +1 together, these two guys would cancel and just leave us with -1. And so once they get the feel for that hands-on with those manipulatives, it's a whole lot easier for them as they go on to really understand what's going on. We bought those particular 2-color counters, but your easiest math manipulative, it's hard to say, manipulative is a penny. Penny will cost you about 1 cent. And you can go down to Walmart, get some stickers. You can put your yellow sticker on one side and your red sticker on the other side, and you've created the cheapest math manipulative you'll ever have. So there we have with the ever popular penny. Let's see, another tool that I love that's simple and easy to use is the ever popular egg carton. All right, there's the egg carton. Thank you, Becky. So here we have our egg carton. Egg cartons especially are a great way to teach fractions, and sometimes you could put colored eggs in there to represent various fractions. Easy way to do 12s, cut it in half to do 6, and so on and so on. So egg carton is a cheap and easy way to teach fractions. Just a tip, of course, make sure to eat the eggs first. Okay, another great thing is the beach ball. Thank you, Becky. So beach ball math is a great thing. All you need is a regular, everyday, ordinary beach ball. You can take a plastic cup, plunk it down, use a Sharpie to trace around it, and create those all over the ball. And then you could use them for various math facts. So here we've got some multiplication facts inside the ball. You have all your students together, they'll have a great time throwing the ball around the room. But how it works is when you catch the ball, whatever circle is under your left thumb is the fact that you have to say. So I see here I've got 12 times 12. 12 times 12 is 144. Throw it to somebody else. They catch it. Under their left thumb is 2 times 8. They got a little easier one. 2 times 8 is going to give us 16. Throw it again. Somebody else catches this. They get 12 times 5. 12 times 5 is 60. So the beach ball math is another fun way to use to practice some different math facts inside the math classroom. Last but not least, or I could say, but wait, there's more, is the ever popular paper plate math. And to do paper plate math, you need 2 paper plates. We have, in this case, a red one and a blue one. Make sure the plates are different colors. If you can see, I've put a little dot in the middle of the plate in each one, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a tool that can help us with pie charts and fractions and a lot of other different things that we can do. All I'm going to do is take an ordinary scissors, and I'm going to try to cut from the edge to the center of the plate. I know our math teachers are thinking, yeah, he's going to cut to the radius here, so I've done it with the red plate. Now I'm going to do the similar thing with the blue plate. I've just cut from the edge to the center for both plates is all that I've done. I'm just going to then put these together like so. They're kind of going to be perpendicular to each other. Just going to plunk them together. Want to see that again in slow motion? Plunk them together, and then I'm going to turn them around. So I have now a really cool way that I can maneuver this around to represent various values. So maybe I'm looking and thinking, oh, let's see, I've got 25%. Students show what would 25% look like on our pie chart, and they could flip that around and show 25%. Or what would 75% look like, and they could flip that around to maneuver for that. So another great manipulative, cheap, easy to use ways to spice up the math class. So experiment, try some of these, see how they work with your students, and your students, instead of dreading, oh man, math class, are going to come and be 100% excited about being inside the classroom. So give that a try, and it's a wrap